Walmart Business is in the business of saving you time, money, and hassle. Whether your business started in a garage or is a garage, Walmart Business has the tools to help you get where you're going. Tools like free shipping, multi-user accounts, and just about any item your company needs.
Even a double filtration cyclone dust collector.
Yep, even that.
Sweet.
Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love. Now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com. Terms apply.
Disney Plus wants to know, are you ready?
Yes!
For Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Let's do this.
One of the best Marvel movies of all time is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Hey, you weren't listening to me.
I said Thunderbolts, The New Avengers is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Meet the New Avengers.
That's cool name.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, rated PG-13, now streaming on, you guessed it, Disney Plus.
It's March. Can't believe it's March already. That means Howie Roseman season is just getting underway. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Jointly produced by the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network on YouTube, wherever you're watching this, audio or video, whichever platform it is on. Hit the buttons on your screen, whether it's a like button, a share, follow, subscribe, whatever it is. Continue to support these two great channels. We greatly appreciate it. Hey, it's football season's a 12-month-a-year thing, and we never stop pumping out the content on these two great channels, guys. Like I said, by the time you're listening to this, most likely it is already March 1st. Maybe it's still February 29th or 28th when I'm recording this. But, hey, March 1st, and that means the offseason's underway. We're just wrapping up with the NFL Combine. Heck, while I'm watching it, recording this, I got it on in the background. And while I think a little too much is made personally from the Combine, too much, thought process is put into 40-yard dashes and vertical leaps and this and that when evaluating talent, I do think there's a lot you can learn from the Combine about the path forward for your NFL team, in our case, specifically the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we're going to start today. We're back to 5 days of Eagles Checkdown. We're back to regular programming on the STT Sports Network, but I want to do a little general overview to start this, reset, after a few days off in Florida. First and foremost, the NFL did release the official number for the salary cap for 2026. It's going to be $301.2 million. Again, 301.2. It's about a $22 million increase. A little under what they said it could get up to, but it's still a huge increase per over the cap. $13.6 million right now for the Eagles in salary cap space. And this is before any restructures. This is before any trades or cuts or anything else happens. Right now, we're at $13.6 million in cap space. Howie Roseman's got a lot of work to do this offseason with very limited resources. There are going to be some very difficult decisions, some fan favorites that have to go, some fan favorites that might get traded, some guys not re-signed that we want. You just got to understand that when you have the draft success that Howie Roseman has had over the last 4 or 5 years, tough decisions happen. Now, Howie Roseman has been very adamant that we're gonna try our best to keep our players, and he's trying to be very forthcoming. Don't expect a lot of big names or names, period, coming in free agency, right? It's going to be retaining our guys that we've had success for. His philosophy is draft, develop, re-sign. That's what you got to do. You got a Jordan Davis extension that's got to be signed, and maybe a Jalen Carter one or a fifth-year option. What do you do with Nolan Smith? Jalen Phillips, he might have to go. There's a lot of things like that are in the cards. But with the Combine going on right now, I'm not focused on, the 40-yard dash or the verticals or whatever drill you're watching at any given moment. I'm looking at who are the reports that the Eagles are speaking to and where their draft grades are. I'm looking at, how many offensive linemen we've met with, how many first-round graded linemen we're meeting with, the two positions we've met with more candidates, well, not we, because I haven't, you haven't, but that Howie Roseman's met with, is offensive lineman and tight end, and they haven't met with the top tight end candidate yet, or prospect yet. So, it gives you an idea, that Howie Roseman is looking at offensive line in the first round. Now, he's already come out and said that Tyler Steen will be our starting right guard in 2026, and for some reason, Eagles Nation is shocked by that. But, Tyler Steen was the healthiest and most consistent player we had. Mekhi Becton, everybody wants Mekhi Becton back. Most likely that's not going to happen because we don't even know if Mekhi Becton will fit in, Sean Mannion's offense or Chris Cooper's offensive line philosophy. So, we've got our starting offensive lineman back. We know Lane Johnson and Landon Dickerson will be back. Cam Jurgens going out and getting all this new treatment and stem cell stuff to be better. But we know how he knows big picture. He's got a lot of depth issues and a lot of future issues on the offensive line. So you've got to draft Lane Johnson's replacement. You have to have a better guard if Landon Dickerson gets hurt again. You've got to have an option at center if Cam Jurgens can't rebound this year. So I still stand by my point. 2 of the first 4 picks the Eagles select in the draft in April will be offensive linemen. And that's very, very key. I also firmly believe with all these tough decisions that you're going to see 2 to 4, I'm ballparking it, 2 to 4 Eagles players, not named A.J. Brown, that get traded this offseason. Tanner McKee is an obvious name. Sidney Brown and Keely Ringo, if you can flop them for another, change a senior guy or a 6th, 7th round pick, very likely one, if not both those guys go. Nolan Smith's an interesting name that I think you might see get moved this offseason. And Moro Ojomo's another one because you can't have 3 $20 to $40 million a year defensive tackles on your NFL team. And Moro Ojomo's going to his last year of his rookie deal. There's going to be a lot of interesting moving pieces. Tanner McKee, though, I think is one you're hearing all week long at the combine. A lot of talk of Tanner McKee, and I think Tanner McKee will get moved at some point this offseason. When you think of the numbers that are going towards Kyler Murray, Malik Willis, Tua, who are all either cut or going to get cut or free agents at this point. Tanner McKee's a cheap option. Now, that does leave us a hole at quarterback too, but how we can figure that out. I have faith. This is the part of the season where we have faith in Howie Roseman moving forward. And I said those trade names, not counting A.J. Brown. There are so many rumors still. Every reporter's got a different rumor. Patriots are making offers and the Eagles aren't serious. He's not going to get moved. He's definitely going to get moved. In the next 10 days, we'll know the answer. I'm so over it. Can we I just want an answer on AJ so we don't have to talk about it anymore. Anyway, one final thing I want to talk about that came out last week while I wasn't doing shows was the Philadelphia Eagles report card voted on by or graded on by their own players. And a couple things really stand out. As always, team travel for the Eagles always gets a bad grade, and it was graded as an F by their own players this year. Come on, Jeffrey. Can we upgrade that jet a little bit? The locker room getting a D shocks me that as well with the team travel, and the treatment of families at C+ is kind of shocking for such a family-oriented organization. Now, while Nick Sirianni, the head coach, got graded an A, and the general manager and Jeffrey Lurie got B's, Michael Clay got an A, Vic Fangio got an A+. No shock to me that Kevin Patullo was the 4th lowest grade out of all the grades at a C+. So no shock there. But that's what I got. We're going to get back into it. We're going to get more into this combine, who we met with this week. We're going to talk more about these trades and my power rankings on positions that are going to be targeted in the NFL draft and where over the next couple of days. Also, the draft is going to change so much as free agency begins. Now, I'm just going to remind everybody as we end the show again, when Howie Roseman, March 9th is the first day that you can illegally tamper or illegally talk to free agents, whatever. The tampering period begins. When Howie's not making moves, there's no reports. I don't want to see Eagles fans with those memes and gifs of, wake up, do something, Howie Roseman. It's going to be a quiet first week or two. He's going to target the second level of free agents, the third level of free agents, the one-year deals, the prove-it deals, and retain his own guys. So don't be shocked if in 2 weeks nothing's happened with the Philadelphia Eagles in free agency. So, guys, everybody have a great day. I'm Phil Stiefel. Go Birds! And bubbles up.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Experience a membership that backs what you're building with American Express Business Platinum. Get 2 times membership rewards points per dollar on eligible purchases in key business categories, as well as on each eligible purchase of $5,000 or more, on up to $2 million in eligible purchases per calendar year. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
What's going on? I'm Arch Manning, Viore athlete and college quarterback. Whether I'm running, training, traveling, or just unwinding at home, I love doing it in my core shorts from Viore. With a breathable boxer brief liner, they're quick to dry, super versatile, and stand up to even my most intense training sessions. Plus, they come in 3 inseams and a ton of colors. Ready to try a pair? Go to Viore.com/arch and get 20% off at checkout. I think you're going to love them as much as I do. That's VUORI.com/ARCH and get 20% off your first order. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Have a great day.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.